Yashodanandana Prajajandaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Jai Gaura Hari Bol Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Puri Rajakacharya Stu to the sister Srimad Divine Grace ISKCON Founder Charya Jagadguru Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Puri Rajakacharya Stu to the sister Srimad Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnavanda Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridasa Kura Ki Jai Prem Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopinath Shyama Radha Kunda Giri Goravardhana Ki Jai Vrindavanda Ki Jai Dhira Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai Jamuna Mai Ki Jai Ganges Mai Ki Jai Tulasi Devi Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Samaveta Bhakti Vrinda Ki Jai Nitai Gaura Premanandi All glorious assembled devotees All glorious assembled devotees All glorious assembled devotees So glory to Shishi Guru Shri Gauranga Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vijay Gotale Srimati Bhakti Chaitanya Krishna Prabhupada Shri Gaura Kar
Hare Krishna. We are extremely blessed by wonderful association of His Holiness Bhakti Dev Damodara Swami Maharaj. Maharaj is born and brought up in West Africa. He is disciple of His Holiness Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj. He has done his electrical engineering, and Maharaj has been extremely spiritual minded since his childhood. He grew up as a Roman Catholic. However, when he had many questions related with reincarnation, karma, and such other spiritual concepts, uh, his questions were not answered. So then he started studying many other faiths, many other books, many other. He started visiting many other places to gain a deeper understanding of science of God. In 1980, he got saw one advertisement about Hare Krishna, and then he wrote to them, and he got Back to Godhead magazine. And again, next year also he got this Back to Godhead magazine. He read that, and he was very inspired. Then he visited first time ISKCON temple, and after meeting devotees and discussing with them, his his questions which were deep in his heart were answered. He was also very inspired by devotees, kirtan, prasadam, and then he decided to dedicate himself full time in service of Srila Prabhupada. Since then, he has been doing many, many valuable services to push forward mission of Srila Prabhupada. Seeing his dedication, commitment, his absorption in sadhana, his deep knowledge of the scriptures, and his selfless service in uplifting many people around the world, uh, uh, his spiritual master Bhakti Swami Maharaj requested him to take up sannyas. So in 2005, he was awarded sannyas and he became the first African sannyasi in modern times. Since 2011, governing body of Commission of ISKCON also requested him to take up service of initiating devotees and inspiring them in Krishna consciousness. Maharaj has done many services. He is also zonal secretary for West Africa. He travels around the world, not only in Africa but America, India, Brazil, Mauritius, and many other countries. Every year, he spends his time along with all his travels and many other responsible teaching in Vrindavan Institute of Higher Education, Mayapur Institute. He conducts this Bhakti Shastri courses, Bhakti Vaibhav courses, Bhakti Vedanta courses. He also offers many spiritual seminars. He has also written a beautiful book, Spiritual Connections, Dynamics of Guru-Disciple Relationships. He is also actively involved in developing sustainable farm communities in Ghana and Nigeria in Africa. Maharaj is known for his humility, gravity, uh, deep knowledge of scripture, and extremely exemplary character and his wonderful practices. He is also very much loved by devotees around the world, and especially we are very blessed that Maharaj every year comes out of his love and affection for all of us to shower his blessings, and we feel very uh, uh, blessed and fortunate to get his association every year. So let us welcome His Holiness Bhakti Swami Maharaj, sorry, Bhakti Dhir Damodara Swami Maharaj, disciple of Bhakti Swami Maharaj, uh, to Sri Shinnitai Gauranga Temple, ISKCON Newtown, by loudly chanting 3 times. Haribo! Haribo! Thank you very much, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for inviting us. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Divyam Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashtapai Sabadresu Nityam Bhagavatam Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama-shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om ज्ञानातिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरून् श्रीयुतपादकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सवधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादं सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपीशाय गोपिका कंठ राधाकांत नमस्ते तप्त कंचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये पंचकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्णा। Reading from Srimad Bhagvatam, Canto 10, Chapter 78. The Killing of Dantabhakra and Ramahasan. Text 36. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Atma Vai Putra Utpanna Iti Vedanu Sasanam Tashmada Shabhavedi Bhakta Ayurindriya Chatkavan Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Atma Vai Putra Utpanna Iti Vedanu Sasanam Tashmadasya Bhavedi Bhakta Ayurindriya Sattvavan Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Atma Vai Putra Utpanna Iti Vedanu Sasanam Tashmadasya Bhavedi Bhakta Ayurindriya Sattvavan
Shri Bhagavan Vacha Atmavai Putra Utpanna
Amaputra Utpanna
Vedanuशासनम्
Iti Vedanu Sasanam Asvad Asa Bhaved Bhakta Ayurindriya Sattvavan Iti Vedanu Sasanam Asmadasya Ayurindriya Sattvavan Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Adma Vai Putra Pannam Iti Vedanu Sasanam Ayurindriya Sattvavan. Mataji. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Edma vai putra padma iti vedana sasanam ashma ashababhe bhakta yayur nindriya satvavan. Sri Bhagwan Uvacha. The Supreme Lord said, Atma, oneself, Vai, indeed, Putra, the son, Utpanna, born, Iti, thus, Veda Anusasanam, the instruction of the Vedas. Tashmat, therefore, Asya, his son, Bhavet, should be, Bhakta, the speaker, Ayuhu, long life, Indriya, strong senses, Sattva, the physical power, one possessing. Translation. The Supreme Lord said, the Vedas instruct us that one's own self takes birth again as one's son. Thus, let Ramahasan's son become the speaker of the Puranas, and let him be endowed with long life, strong senses, and stamina. Purport. Srila Sridhara Swami quotes the following Vedic verse to illustrate the principle enunciated here by Lord Balaram. Angad Sambhavasi Hridayat Adijas Yase Adama Vai Putra Namasi Sanjiva Saradha Satam. You have taken births from my various limbs and have risen from my very heart. You are my own self in the form of my son. May you live through 100 autumns. This verse appeared in the Sattapatha Brahmana and the Brihat Aranyaka Upanishads. The verse starts from 29. So this 29. Ha heti vadina sarave monaya kinnan manasa uchu sankara sanam devam adharamaste krita prabhu. All the sages cried out, alas, alas, in great distress. They told Lord Sankarshan, O Master, you have committed an irreligious act. The history, because we have been reading from behind, so you know the history of Lord Balaram traveling on pilgrimage. And he has come to Naimisharanya. At Naimisharanya, the sages have gathered there to perform 1,000 years of sacrifice. The speaker at that time was Ramahasan. Ramahasan was not qualified to sit on the Pyasasan. I say Brahmana. His father is Kshatriya. His mother is a Brahmana. So he's a low bet. If the father is a Brahmana and the wife is the mother is a Kshatriya, okay, it's high bet. In his case, his mother is a Brahmana and his father is a Kshatriya. So it's a low bet. But By fortune, he had been promoted by the blessings of the Brahmanas to sit in an asana and speak the philosophy. So the etiquette is that when one is speaking from the asana, one does not need to get down to offer obeisances when someone is entered. That is the Vedic etiquette. That's the rule for someone who is speaking. Ramahasan did not understand the essence of that scripture. Rupa Goswami already condemned following rules and regulations whimsically, without understanding what is the essence, what is the goal, what is the end of that. He also condemned whimsically abolishing following the principles. After someone's whims, both are condemned. So Ramahasan, he followed the etiquette without understanding the essence of it. That this principle has some limitations. Intelligence did not take him to that because he was not a Brahmana, so he was not properly trained to understand this. That was one reason. The second reason was that if one is not a qualified disciple from a bona fide disciple, it is punishable. It is punishable. If one is not a qualified disciple from a bona fide disciple, bona fide guru, it is punishable by law. So when he saw Lord Balaram, who is the supreme personality of Godhead, enter the assembly, he didn't offer obeisance because he's sitting on the assembly, he's speaking. This principle does not extend to one spiritual master and the supreme personality of Godhead. So he didn't know because of his improper understanding of the scriptures, of the principles. Lord Bhadanam is not ordinary person. He's a supreme personality of Godhead. So our law does not affect him. So when he entered, Ram Hassan was sitting there on us and speaking. But he didn't offer obeisance. Even though he saw all other people offering obeisances, he did not stand up because we were thinking he's superior. So Balaram looked at him and he went into his history. You are not a Brahmana. You have been given opportunity, but you are misusing it. Just like if one is not qualified to enter university, but one has been given some mercy to enter. If one does not put extra effort in the study, you will not pass the exam. Because you didn't have the qualification for passing the entrance examination to enter. But because you know somebody there, we have been given opportunity to enter. If you enter, we have to put extra effort to meet up with those who really qualify by entering through their study. This is the situation with Rama Hassan Sutta. He is not qualified, but he has been blessed. But he is thinking that now I am there. So Ramachandra, he saw that fault in him. Second, we look at history and he saw that look at your bed, you're not qualified to sit here. So this fault is there. Third reason, he's a disciple of Srila Vyasadeva. And Vyasadeva is an incarnation of Krishna. So it is expected that his disciples should be bona fide. His disciples should be qualified. They should know the principles. So when he did not get that qualification, Babaram thought you are a disgrace to a spiritual master. To be punished. So he took a blade of grass, kosher grass, and struck him. So that was the end of the Rama Hassan. And then the verse here is saying, all the sages cried out, alas, alas, in great distress. They told Sankarshan, oh Master, you have committed an irreligious act. There's nothing like religious act for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But the Brahmanas speaking to him out of etiquette because they have something in mind. They have something in mind. They know that many people are not going to see the internal reason Lord Ramachandra killed him. Many people are going to see the external reason. He's a Brahmana. Therefore, you have done something wrong. To help foolish, ignorant people, the Brahmanas say, oh, you have done irreligious thing. This is irreligious. You have come here to what? Dharma Samtanarpata, Yuge Yuge Sambhavami. But this does not correspond to your activities. You have killed a Brahman. So people are going to look at what we have done. They won't see the internal. And in this way, they will blaspheme you. So they shouted, we have done a religious thing. Oh, favorite of the Jadus, we gave him the seat of the spiritual master and promised him long life and freedom from physical pain for as long as this sacrifice continues. Purport. Although Ramahassan was not a Brahmana, having been born of a mixed marriage, he was invested with that status by the assembled sages and thus given the Brahmasan, the seat, the chief of a certain priest. So they selected him and empowered him to represent them. So they blessed him with long life. The beauty of Vedic culture is that the principles are maintained, perfectly maintained. That's the beauty of Vedic culture. People are civilized not to transgress the principles. Just like when we see it many times. The Brahma had given benediction to Hiranyakasipu. When the same day came to kill him, he didn't violate any of the blessing, benediction given to him. He kept everything intact. And at the same time, he did his duty by taking the life of Hiranyakasipu. That is the beauty of Vedic culture. Things are properly maintained, and people follow things perfectly, without mistake. Also, we see when Sankachuta was fighting with Lord Shiva, it was a very severe battle. There was a day the battle was very severe. The Lord Shiva has to face fight with Sankachuta. It was a great fight. At the point, Lord Shiva was so angry that he took Lord Vishnu's weapon. When he raised it, the weapon has three personalities that make the weapon. Agni, Yamaraj, and Vishnu. The three persons sitting on the weapon. Who can surpass it? But Lord Krishna has given Sankachuta his amulet from Vaikuntha, Goloka. That as long as he wears this, he cannot die. He cannot be killed. Lord Shiva has raised a weapon which will be able to kill him, which will violate the principle. So a celestial voice came, Lord Shiva, don't violate the principle. He has my amulet on his chest. And the chastity of his wife, these two things are protecting him. Please, don't violate the principle. You can kill millions of Sankajuda without difficulty. But because he has these two bones, don't break it. I will make arrangement to take them away. Then you can kill him. So Shiva put down his weapon and turned away. It's not a defeat, but there's the etiquette that he maintained. It was not a defeat. So he turned to different direction to keep fighting. And Sankajuda himself. Another day he came face to face with Bhadrakali, Shiva's wife. He's a woman. There was also a terrible fighting, terrible. They were using varieties of weapons. Weapon which is 8 miles. The contract is 16 miles, 32 miles. They continue like that until Bhadrakali also came face to face with Sankajuda. He was not fighting to kill her. He was fighting just to defend himself because he's a woman. For men, he would have dealt with it. But because he's a woman, he was not fighting to kill. He was just defending himself. But when she raised the weapon on Lord Vishnu, Sankachuda got down from his fighting of obeisances to Lord Vishnu weapon. The Vishnu went back to Lord Vishnu. That's the power of offer obeisances, which we do whimsically every day. So this is the Vedic principle that civilized people does not break the principle, the laws. It's only whimsical people that break the principle. Civilized people doesn't break; they maintain the principle. So here, Lord Balaram has killed a person has been raised to represent the Brahmanas by speaking the philosophy. He was sitting on an asan. A person who sits on asan should never be insulted. But the Vedic principle. Talk less, killing him. that is a different thing completely. You cannot insult the person who sits on an asan. But one can ask a question with humility, even if the person says something wrong. So a question has to be asked with humility to the person to defend what he has said, but not challenging the person. Challenge a person who sits in the asan, you will get all the negative qualities that person you challenge. Automatically will be transferred to you. That's nature's law. So those who knows, they follow the principle perfectly. That's why you see, have you ever seen one day demigods come late for Mangalarati? Demigods. Are they late one day for Mangalarati? Eh? Will you see? Because they know the principle. They know, so they don't violate it. They keep to it. So here, the sages, they protested. Not, they are not condemning the activity of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They are not. But they are trying to maintain the principle of not attacking a person who is speaking from the Assam. So they continue. You have unknowingly killed a Brahmana. Balaram cannot, there's nothing which is not known to him. So it cannot be unknown act. It's not that he didn't know the principle. He had really looked into his history. That is why he did what he did by killing him. He has seen so many disqualifications. You are not a bona fide representative. A disciple should not be a disgrace to his spiritual master. And from Hassan is a disgrace. Because it doesn't represent Vyasade properly. Just like the last verse. The son should be like the father. So disciples should be like their guru. If the disciples are not like the guru, it's a disgrace. this grace. You see 2 times in the Bhagvatam, in the 10th canto. No, first in 3rd canto, and the second is in the 10th canto. The first one, the Chatusan, Maharaj, they went to Vaikuntha. At the gate, 𝐻𝐻𝐈𝐍 stopped them. So there was a misunderstanding. That misunderstanding led to a very long history, very long pastime. But just to make it short to the point we are looking for, Lord Vishnu came out and met his servant 𝐻𝐻𝐈𝐍 and his 4 Kumaras. He came out from Vaikuntha to meet them at the gate. And then he accepted responsibility for what has happened. But Vishnu told the Kumaras, actually, the offense my servant committed, it is actually my fault. Because if they are my true representatives, they wouldn't have committed the offense. If I had trained them properly, they would have been able to know the right thing and not to offend you. So, what they have done, please understand, it is my fault. But Vishnu accepted responsibility for the whimsical activities of his servant. So, the activities of the disciples goes to the Guru. The activities of the citizen goes to the king. The activities of the son goes to the father. Because the son is the expansion of the father. Therefore, they are speaking like this. Of course, even the injunctions of revealed scripture cannot dictate to you. So they know Lord Brahma, Lord Balaram's position, the Lord of all mystic power. But if by your own free will, you nonetheless carry out the prescribed purification for this slaying of a Brahmana, O purifier of the whole world, people in general will greatly benefit by your example. A leader has the responsibility to act in such a way that people are elevated in their consciousness. That is the responsibility of a leader, to always act in a way that the followers are benefited. So he's very careful about his activities, not to disturb the minds of anyone, particularly the low-class people who will not understand the essence of everything. They're very, very careful in the activities, which Krishna confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, especially in Kali Yuga. And people does not follow things out of knowledge. People follow things because they are fools. Someone is doing something, they just follow. Either it is befitting, it's not befitting, they just follow because someone is doing something. We see that every day. Somebody wear a cloth, everybody start wearing it. They don't consider whether they fit, I need the cloth now or it fits me. They don't care. But because that is what is any, let me buy. So can also be with them in the street. So the leader is very careful in his activities. So he doesn't do something that the people will whimsically follow. Oh, see what he has done. Let me also follow. So the other way we're speaking that, yes, that even though that is there, but Ishwaras should not be mediated because their position is different. This is the issue with Lord Balaram. He's a Parameshwar. He is Parameshwara. Parameshwara. So he has He has power to do anything at his will without being questioned by anyone. Therefore, the sages here, they are not ordering him. They are simply requesting. Common people will not understand. We not understood. We know who you are. But other people, they will not understand. Therefore, yes, we are not protesting killing him, but we want you to do something to establish the principle that everyone can easily follow. So Lord Brahma Balaram will respond. The personality of God has said, I will certainly perform the atonement for this killing, since I wish to show compassion to the people in general. Please, therefore, prescribe for me whatever ritual is to be done first, and I will do it. The Lord is not limited to anything. So, whatever the sages will recommend, He is capable of doing it. So, He's very, very kind to the living entities. So He's ready to do whatever is recommended. Oh, sages, just say the word. Don't hesitate. Don't think otherwise. I am capable of doing anything. So just say it. I will do it. And by my mystic power, I shall restore everything you promise him. Long life, strength, and sensory power. I'm ready to do whatever you recommend. I will do it. The sages said, please see to it, O Ram, that your power and that of your kosher weapon, as well as our promise and Ramahassan's death, all remain intact. This is the only personality of Godhead. This is the dutiful, the supreme personality of Godhead. He can do this. The promise we have given to the Brahmana, let it remain. And at the same time, your kosher grass has done something. So we cannot also counteract it. We don't have power to counteract it. So this is a delicate issue. Don't wake him back and don't violate the the blessing we have given to him. So what to do? This is what to do. This is where the spiritual intelligence has to play. Spiritual intelligence has to play. One who is not a first-class disciple will not succeed. But only a first-class devotee will know this. And in this case, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who knows everything, everything is within his reach, has already promised them, just ask me for anything you want. You want me to bring back this life? No. So what should I do? Because you want to continue your Jajagya, you're not completed yet. And at the same time, his life is gone. So what to do? The sages continue. It's the last stage. The Supreme Lord said, the Vedas instruct us that one's own self takes birth again as one's son. Thus let Ramahassan's son become the speaker of the Puranas, and let him be endowed with long life, strong senses, and stamina. So whatever they have given to Ramahassan is now transferred to his son, Sisuta, and he will speak, he will continue to speak for them. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Any comments or questions?
Hare Krishna. Any questions? You can raise hand.
Yes, bro.
So Maharaj, you are saying that one has to become a bona fide disciple. One
Yes.
should not become a disgrace to spiritual master. So how can we try to be a bona fide disciple and not a disgrace to our spiritual master?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes. Although you know the answer, but you're asking for that everyone can benefit, including myself, as a devotee behave. I ask question not for oneself, but for everyone. Yes, we have first class, second class, third class disciples. First class disciple knows the heart of the spiritual master and he acts perfectly. So how does one become a first class disciple? It is by empowerment. How do we get empowered? By following the instructions of the spiritual master as it is, diligently. When the order is given, one sincerely and faithfully follows it, and executes it to one's ability. One does not interpret it, does not do it at our time, but it is done at the time of the spiritual master. That is sincerity, that is faith, and the eagerness to execute the order of the spiritual master to his satisfaction meld his heart of the spiritual master that would empower that disciple to become first class disciple. That's the process. Right? Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Anybody else has any question?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, what should I do if I have inertia? Like, I know there are expectations from the spiritual master and superiors, and I know that I need to do it, but I'm not able to immediately act upon them and apply them. So, what should be done? What- I'm
I know that I'm very hungry. I'm very hungry, and the food is provided right before me. What should I do? What should I do? Eat it. So eat it. So we came here and we are staying here and we become successful in this place by the spiritual master and his representatives who are guiding us. Therefore, if we want to succeed, then do what you want us to do. That is just all. Just do what you want us to do. But since we have made the effort to have come here, they didn't come to us say, come here, come. We made our choice to come here. So since we're here, means there's some trust. Some trust is there that, yes, I trust this person will lead me to the successful end. This is our relationship. Therefore, whatever he prescribed for me, it is good for me. That is why he is giving it to me. So let me do it. Let's just think like this. Then we will see the instructions as something which is beneficial. Except when one thing is not beneficial for me. And that is the ignorance. The ignorance. How to come out of ignorance is to try to expand the mode of goodness. We should expand the mode of goodness. How do we expand the mode of goodness? Our ISKCON movement have been placed on the wheel of goodness. WHEEL, not WILL, not WHEEL. Wheel, the wheel. ISKCON is placed on that. If you check carefully, you see that what property is. So we should just continue to expand the mode of goodness. Then ignorance will be removed. Then passion also will be removed. Then the goodness will remain, and the goodness will expand to transcendental goodness. How do we do that? We should force ourselves to attend all the programs compulsorily. To force ourselves to attend, even if we don't like it, which is ignorance in Asia. So we should force ourselves. Okay, if I don't go, they're going to fast me on taking prasadam. Okay, let me just go. So force ourselves to attend programs, to participate in all the activities. In this way, we'll expand our goodness. If we avoid all the programs, we are diminishing our goodness. Ignorance will continue to reign, and our laziness will continue. So we'll see the need for what is available for us in this Christian consciousness. We won't be able to see it. It is goodness that will help us to see it. Therefore, Prabhupada created this movement on that platform, goodness. Waking up early in the morning, because people should sleep. They wake up that morning, it's Mangal, is auspicious. It's goodness. Our arti, our Bhagvatam, our classes, Guru Puja, Prasadam, all goodness. See environment, everything, goodness. So we continue to expand the goodness by following all these places, these principles. Our goodness will be increasing. And the goodness continue to increase, our taste increase, also increasing to the highest level. So let's endeavor to increase the goodness. That is the solution. Conquering this.
We read it mechanically, 1 hour we read and it's done. But we don't catch something in our heart and apply it in our daily life.
We should do prayerful reading. Prayerful reading. Not just to read. I was just talking about this 3 days ago. That this Bhagavatam has power, but we are not feeling it because we don't know the science of identifying with the Bhagavatam. It has power because it's Krishna directly. We say it, but we don't know how to really enter. So we just speak philosophy, but we don't go beyond our philosophy. Prayerful reading is required. Prayerful reading, this is an exercise that is required to do prayerful reading. First of all, we should know that, okay, let me give you an example. See this verse. Look Look very carefully. How many personalities you see in this verse? How many personalities in this verse? One? Bhagavatam. Good, good. Two? The sages. Right? What again? Yes. And? Sutta Goswami. And? Yes. Sridhar Swami. Proper, this disciple quoted him here. How many people are it? How many people? 5. What will they place? So, this is not association? It's not association? Powerful association. So why do we complain we don't have good association? Because we don't know where we are. This is association. Look at the personalities we are associating with. We didn't forget the proper disciple who put the purport. How many? 7. 7 personalities we have. In the association, where is the Maya? Is any Maya? No, it doesn't exist. Because we don't see it. That is the problem. So that is the first thing we should understand. Now, I have these personalities I want to associate with. Right? If Lord Balaram is physically present now, will I sit with him and answer a phone call? I'm asking. Eh? Will I stand before Lord Balaram and answer a phone call? Or make a call? I'm asking you. No. So why do we do that? Why do we do it? Because we don't see we don't see them. Therefore, now we should see that I am having association of these great personalities. Let me listen to them because they have something for me. This is the attitude we should use to approach our scriptures. These scriptures, they are not novels. These scriptures, they are our best friend. Sanatana Goswami said, Bhagavatam is what? Sanatana Goswami. Best friend. And what? What a best friend? My companion. Bhagavatam is my companion. Today is our cell phone, is our companion. But Sanatana Goswami, Bhagavatam is my companion. Not cell phone, my companion. For Sanatana Goswami. But, and what? And what? My treasure. We look for money in this world, is it not? We look for money. Sanatana Goswami said, this is my wealth. This is my wealth. Not rupees, it's my wealth. This one. Is that our attitude toward Bhagavatam? No. That's why we are dry. So we are dry because we are not drinking the nectar. So let us have a positive attitude. So Radha Maharaj gave a seminar on that, positive attitude, many years ago, Chopati. So remember it? With a positive attitude. The Chopati he gave. Now we are forgetting it. We should remember positive attitude towards Bhagavatam. So because we have this, we have realized these personalities, and we want to. So Bhagavatam shows us where we belong in the universe, the whole universe. Bhagavatam, our scripture, they show us where we belong. Where is our position in this world? Is it not? This is what Bhagavatam shows. Our scripture, they show us where we are. They show us the position of Krishna, Balaram. And what is in between us, the relationship. Bhagavatam shows. This is prayerful reading, prayerful reading. So now we are approaching them consciously. I want to hear what Sukadeva Goswami want to tell me. When we take Bhagavatam, this will be our consciousness. I want to hear what Sukadeva Goswami want to tell me in association of all these personalities. So in this way, we'll keep attention and also we understand that each word has the power to purify me. Therefore, I should look at it very carefully. If we maintain this attitude, we will connect with Bhagavatam. Connecting with Bhagavatam means we are connecting with the Supreme, with all the acharyas quoted here, all the person we connect. If we read, we study about Bhagavatam with this mood, you see that we identify with Bhagavatam. Become very strong. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gautama Anand, all glorious assembled devotees.
Maharaj ki